Right, it's time now for Focus. And today we're throwing the spotlight on French Guiana's illegal gold mining industry. To protect the territory's precious rainforest, industrial-scale mining is currently illegal. But the French government is considering legalizing gold mining not only to stamp out criminal excavation, but also to create thousands of jobs in one of France's poorest territories. Nicolas Pouillot and Emerald Maxwell report.
Fewer and fewer canoes loaded with fuel drums are arriving at this checkpoint on the Anini River. Now a 100-ton floating barrier sits in the way of illegal convoys. The imposing barrier was built following numerous attacks by clandestine gold miners on the old barricade.
They often used to cross the barricade. They'd managed to get across. They probably got a bonus, maybe 20,000 euros if they got through. But since the new barrier was built, it's almost impossible to pass it. Nobody tries. They'd have to cut the cable.
The Anini is the major east-to-west highway for illegal gold miners in French Guiana. The river is used strategically to supply food, fuel and equipment to the whole region.
How's it going?
It's all good.
Having the floating barricade here in the middle of the river, it really inconveniences them. Because they can't get across in a canoe, so they'd have to go around on foot and lose a whole day.
The gold miners then call on porters. On the other side of the Moroni River in Suriname, we meet Batista. Against the din of the power generators, he agrees to talk to us if we hide his face.
We're at fault because we're in a protected area. Nature is protected in France, and the police are just doing their jobs.
Formerly a prison supervisor, Batista followed his sister to work in gold mining.
It starts at 3 or 4 in the morning. There are generally 5 or 6 return journeys to do. We carry the packages to the other side of the barricade, and we come back here only after everything is done. We spend the whole day in the forest. Sometimes we don't eat anything. We get 60 euros for a load like that.
Like many garimpeiros in French Guiana, Batista comes from the northern Brazilian state of Maranhão.
Even as children, we knew what gold panning was. I knew there were mining sites here. My sister came here first and said, "Come, it's good." So I decided to join her. If only the police didn't burn our things, it'd be worth it. But that's the trouble here.
At the other end of the chain, in the middle of the forest, there are the mine sites. The miners carry tons of material here. All will be destroyed by the army.
Just imagine a big motor like this, which weighs several hundred kilos and is carried by 2 or 3 men. It must take days and cost a lot of money for whoever ordered it.
But the army are under no illusion. They say that the mine will be up and running again in about a week.
The garimpeiros do not give up. They keep reinvesting in the areas we've chased them from and restocking equipment that has been destroyed. The material is easily brought over from neighboring countries, illegally, obviously.
The gold extracted throughout Guyana will also go abroad, some 6 to 9 tons of it per year.
A 4-cylinder motor, large bits of pipe. A site like this probably produced 800 grams to 1 kilogram of gold per week, about 35,000 euros worth.
Just a stone's throw away, the army has set up its living quarters, a basic level of comfort under a roof of plastic sheeting. Meanwhile, the illegal miners are just yards away. But so far from Cayenne, it's impossible to arrest them.
I used to work in agriculture, growing vegetables. We put a lot of chemicals in the land. We mistreat the soil. In Brazil, we earn more because there we work all the time, but here, no. Here we're always running. We work 3 days, and then the police comes, and we run for it, just like yesterday.
Even if this game of cat and mouse seems to be taking its toll on this man, the number of illegal gold mining sites shows no sign of decreasing. Nonetheless, the break-even point is rising significantly. tackling the logistics of the business is perhaps a strategy that will finally bear fruit. But not without genuine cooperation from neighbouring countries.